Living in Boulder vlog for the 8th of January 2014. Right now it's 8:36 p.m., for which for me pretty much means morning. Because double doggy style, I got to sleep at noon. I was working until noon. And then I went to sleep. So I worked for 21 hours straight without stop. Boom, 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 boom. I had a shower. And then I took a quick trip to the supermarket to get a couple of quarts of orange juice. And other than that, I worked. And then I go to sleep at noon. But like since the morning, there are these Mexicans putting new siding on my walls. And I live on the corner of the building, as you can see. Got the window there, got the window there. And on both that side and that side, all day long, they were hammering these giant hammers into my wall. It was so loud all day long. But I feel pretty rested. I could have gotten up a lot earlier, too. I got up at 6:30, so I got 6.5 hours of sleep today. Not last night, today. But I feel rested, and I could have gotten up earlier than that. But I made sure to stay in bed as long as I could. You know, I'm like that. I love sleeping. After I wake up, I love laying in bed relaxed. Because I can't lay in bed relaxed at the end of the day. I'm like, but anyways, so yeah, for the last hour, couple hours or whatever, couple hours I've been working and listening to Scientology. More Scientology stuff, dude. I'm hooked on this stuff. All this Scientology trash talk is awesome. Like there's this one lady, David Miscavige, the leader, Psycho Boy. He makes people salute his dog, and his dog has psychic powers. And if his dog barks at you, you have to get sent to the gulag because the dog can sense if you're a suppressive person. Fucking crazy. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Another example. Anyways. Oh, I forgot to say, like, couple weeks ago or whatever. Oh yeah, for the holidays I forgot to, or I didn't bother to do vlogs because I was just, I don't know, I was in Hollywood. I was in holiday mode and smoking a bunch of weed and but like during that time I took my hamster out and I put him down. Or actually my roommate, and I told my roommate to just let the hamster go, you know, run around the house for free. I mean for like freely, and then we went back in our rooms and we came out, you know, and the hamster hid and he was gone for like 3 days. And I was like, oh man, hamster, I hope he doesn't die. Like he's gonna get thirsty because those things drink like constantly. They eat and drink constantly, and but anyways, yeah. But then I cooked a pizza, and I was taking the pizza out of the oven. I see the hamster's like right next to my feet. He was like, "Ooh, food, food!" So I picked him up. And I put him in a cage, and he like attacked the other hamster, like chased him all over the cage. And then, did I already tell this story? I can't remember if I did, but then he ate all of the. He stockpiled his cheeks with food, and he was just sitting there with his cheeks totally full like this for like a half hour. Like it's probably scared the shit out of him. He's like, "I'm so hungry, I'm so thirsty. Where's the fucking food?" But I was putting like little bowls of water. That was my mom's idea. I was putting little bowls of water all over the house just so he didn't dehydrate to death. But anyways, last night I put the hamster on the table and I was going to let him hang here while I was working, but then had a bad feeling about it. I didn't want to deal in case he jumped off the table while I wasn't looking and ran off and hid again. But I might do that again. I like the idea of having a little rodent running around you, your little pet, you know. But anyways, oh, I didn't ride the bike. I don't know if I might ride the bike. I might ride the bike later on, since it's kind of morning time for me, because I have the energy now. But I don't know. I'm kind of in that neurotic mode right now, which is not a good place to be, and it drives you fucking crazy. But I don't know. I'm just like I really like to get my little list. I'll just call it the list. Biggest to smallest list. I'll explain all that later, but anyways, Okay, I guess that's it. I guess that's it for vlog for today. Peace out. Oh, hello. I totally forgot. I totally forgot to mention something else that I wanted to mention yesterday. Check it out, Doggy Styles. Okay, no premium required. Approval. Motherfucking, I got on Medicaid. And if you're not American, what that means is I'm just like you. I'm just like a Canadian. I'm just like a European dude. I have national healthcare system. They're gonna get me my card in the mail pretty soon, and if they don't, I can just log in and I can have it printed up. That means if I ever get sick, if I ever have a boo boo or whatever, all I have to do is go into the, I think even for cancer and shit, for operations and shit. All I have to do is go into the place and give them my card, and they take care of me, bro. I qualified for Medicaid, I think on December 16th. I went into the People's Clinic, and I gave them all my financial information. And the lady told me that I did not qualify because you have to make less than $1,200 a month. And which, when I'm washing windows, I make more than $1,200 a month. When I'm not washing windows, I make less than $1,200 a month. And 4 months out of the year, I'm not working at all, or 5 months out of the year, or whatever. So I can totally qualify if you pay attention, if you do it based on the last month. And that's what the lady at the People's Clinic said. It's based on the last month. And when I went in there, I had the previous month was November, and I was still working, so I didn't qualify. So I was like, oh, okay. So I call Connect for Health and everything to see if I can get on some kind of like cheap insurance program, because you have to. It's mandatory, or else you get fined. And so I call them up, and they're like, well, you have to wait for a couple weeks until you get your case number, and then when you get your case number, then you call in, and we can see if we can figure out what we're going to give you. They call it tax credits. I don't even know what that means. So anyways, so I get in the mail. It comes to my mom's house for some fucking reason. All this shit goes to my mom's house. I don't know what the hell the deal is, but anyways, and that's where this was. Apparently I qualified for Medicaid, and so then yesterday the dude calls me just to make sure that I'm all squared away. Like, government's doing a pretty good job of calling people. Like, that's the reason I went into the People's Clinic in the first place, was because they called me and they told me I qualified for Medicaid and that I need to get my ass in there and sign up. And then they call the other guy from the Colorado Peak calls me, and then he actually calls me back in an hour because I didn't know, and then anyway he calls me back yesterday, and he's like, yeah, we're just calling to make sure you're squared away for the health insurance. And I go, well, I got this letter in the mail and it says that I qualified for Medicaid, and they're like, oh great, yeah, you're qualified. I read it to him, but he told me that in order to qualify for Medicaid, like before Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, you had to make less than $12,000 a year, but after Obamacare, it jacked up to $16,000 a year. And I told him that the lady at the People's Clinic told me that it's based on how much money you made the previous month and not how much money you make for the whole year. And he's like, no, it's how much you make for the whole year. But if you look at my financials, I make more than $16,000 a year. But I got Medicaid. So I mean, there's another proof of how the government, they don't follow the rules. They just fucking do whatever they want, dude. Some guy in power, he's just like, whatever. He probably looked at my profile and was like, oh, white boy? Yeah, we give Medicaid to all these Mexicans, might as well give it to a white boy, even though he makes more than $16,000 a year. But I thought that was kind of interesting. And I went off on the fucking IRS and other videos. Those motherfuckers really don't have their shit together. They tried to tell me I owed them like $2,500 for like 2 years or something, for like a whole year. And I had to send him, because they said I never paid taxes in 2008. So I sent him in my tax information because I had it all saved. Actually, my mom had it saved. And I sent in like 3 times to like 4 different offices, like Ogden, Utah, and Philadelphia. And then there's another one in like Fresno, California. Seriously, all 3 of them. Because they kept telling me you have to send it to a different one. And they kept losing it, and I had to send it in multiple times. And finally, they got it. And it turned out they owed me $2,100, and they gave me a refund. So, fucking government, dude. Yeah, we really should follow the rules. But hey, I'm glad that I got on a Medicaid because I literally can't afford to pay any down payment on anything. I'm not even going to be able, I don't even know how I'm going to pay my rent. I mean, I can if I don't leave the house. So, but I'm glad. I mean, God bless. Thank you for giving it to me. But it's weird how they give you rules and then apparently they don't apply. But I got on Medicaid. I'm on Medicaid. I'm on Medicaid. I'm on Medicaid. I'm on Medicaid doggy style. Okay, peace out.